Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome. Yeah, on this today, August 21st. Look at that Chiron. Boy, do I have issues, right? Anyway, my name's Tom Coffee. This is the Coffee and Nuance Show. At Coffee and Nuance. We're streaming live YouTube and on Rumble. Rumble.com/Coffee Nuance /live. That's where we're at today. And there it is. So the BRICS summit is here. Yeah, that's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. They're like the new kids on the playground, ready to challenge the old guards. It's like a reboot of the economic world, and everyone's tuning in to see if it's a hit or a miss. Oh, there's a summit happening. Think of it as a high school reunion for countries, but with more awkward conversations about trade deficits. And guess what? They're considering letting in some new countries into their secret club, or not so secret club, right? Iran, Argentina are like those kids that weren't invited to the party, but somehow snuck through the back door. But hold your applause, because here's the real kicker. No one knows, really, what these guys are up to. It's like watching a movie with a plot so confusing, even the characters can't keep up. And the media, oh, they're having a field day with this one. It's like a mystery novel where every chapter ends with a "to be continued." BRICS, the enigma unveiled. Stay tuned, where we just make up a bunch of stuff. Now, the Western powers are raising their eyebrows. They're used to being the rulers of the economic playground, and suddenly there's a new crew that's daring to challenge the old regime. It's like watching the new kids at school take on the class bully. And yes, in this example, the West is the class bully. Sure, the original BRICS gang might be moving at a sloth's pace. Their big achievement so far is the new development bank, which is like an unfinished project in your garage. But hey, Rome wasn't built in a day, and apparently neither is a global economic revolution. So, as we watch this global game of economic chess, let's remember one thing. Uncertainty is the name of the game. The media might be treating this like the latest reality show sensation, but in reality, it's more like a mystery novel with a bunch of missing pages. The BRICS bloc, they're like a cliffhanger of geopolitics, and we're all just waiting for the big reveal. So here's to the unknown, the unexpected, and the BRICS crew. May their story be as entertaining as it is perplexing. My name is Tom Coffee. This is the Coffee Nuance Show, the best censored commentary and news show live right now. Flame on. So yeah, the BRICS bloc. So it's got this summit, right? Officially it starts tomorrow, but it's in South Africa, so I don't know, is that in a couple of hours? Need to check my globe and find out how a clock works. But BRICS, I've talked about this a number of times. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Have you learned that yet? Well, you should, because it's going to be a big deal. And anyway, it's considering expanding to include more countries like Iran and Argentina. These potential new members share a desire to counter global inequities. And isn't that what we've been hearing about forever? About inequity and how inequity is bad and we need to do things to make things more equal, right? Well, here's someone doing it. Over 40 countries have wanted to join, with about 24 formally, I can read, applying. Despite ambitions, BRICS has faced internal divisions, economic slowdown, and their impact so far is kind of limited. Expansion could give the group more influence to challenge Western dominance and promote global reform. However, some members, like Brazil, are cautious. So the big thing that they've done is this new development bank, and it's been constrained by all the sanctions on Russia, right? So aspiring members hope for economic relief and stronger global voices. Critics say BRICS has talked a lot more than is actually put into action. But that's with anything, right? There's a lot of talk, not a whole lot of action. Isn't that pretty much every politician, right? They're going to do all these great things, and in the end, do they really? No, not really. So I got a good show today. I got a number of stories to get to today. A lot of downers, a lot of sad news. Stick around for the good news, because it might mean money for you. That's right, money in your pocket. So you want to stick around for the good news coming up after a couple of stories. But I just wanted to touch on this BRICS, and here's the thing that I've been struggling with, because I'm really interested in this BRICS block, right? I'm very interested in it, and what I've found is the media coverage of this is really, I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe. It's as if the people covering this aren't really looking into it, and it's as if they're checking with I don't know, maybe their sponsors in the in the State Department, and say, can we say this? Can we say this? Can we say, I don't know, can we, what do we write? You know, they're on the phone with the State Department. What do we write about this BRICS stuff? Just make it sound negative? Okay, we can do that. We can do that. So that's what I've been trying to understand this better. And to do so, I will be reading media sources, and I'm going to try to pick sources from the BRICS countries, right? Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Now the tricky part is none of that's in English. So I got a little work cut out for me, but I do want to find out a different perspective, because all I'm doing, like today, I'm talking about it based on some articles that I read from Reuters and AP. Well, it seems to be pretty biased against the BRICS nations. I mean, there's probably reason for that. But as the summit goes on, it's this week. It's the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week. This BRICS summit is happening, and I really want to find out about it from more than one perspective. And so far, I've only been looking at the Western perspective, in which case it's like, oh, good luck, losers. You're never going to be able to compete with the West. And where have we heard that before? Yeah. So anyway, that's something to stay tuned for, something I want to look at in the coming days. But first up, I want to give you an update about Maui. And yeah, no jokes about this. Oh, look at the Chiron. Huh. That's supposed to say 850. Damn, I wish I had an engineer. Wish I had a staff that could fix this stuff, but oh well. Wildfires devastated Maui, leaving right now 850 people still missing. The death toll stands at 114, with 27 identified. Yikes. Recovery efforts are ongoing, and DNA samples are sought for identification. President Biden is visiting, and a federal coordinator will oversee long-term recovery. The fires are the deadliest in modern U.S. history. The Red Cross shelters survivors, while FEMA provides aid and assistance, including $700 payments and temporary housing. U.S. Coast Guard, Navy, and Pentagon aid recovery as well. So I guess the big news about this, this isn't a big island, right? These people are not still missing, right? They're dead. Can we just admit that now? Can we just admit that? They're gone. And this is crushing. This is really crushing. Now, one of the signals that I've seen is when the mayor is asked about this, when various officials are asked about this, and someone asks, "Hey, how many kids were there that are missing?" End of the press conference. We're done here. We're done here. And I can only make some predictions, but it sounds to me like a pretty big percent of these 850 people that are missing are kids. And I don't know what their reaction is going to be to that. They should just tell us, right? They should just tell us. And they're not. And to me, I don't know what the downside of not telling us is. I don't know what the downside of that is. The downside of telling us, right? The downside of not telling us is now people have less trust in the government, right? If you want less trust in your government, this is how you do it. You don't tell people what is going on, and it doesn't seem like they're telling people what's going on. Crushing. And I don't want to get into the cause of the fires. When I've been looking at all the fires that have been happening on the West Coast, it looks like the majority of the fires are started, by people. That's not good. With all this driverless cars and all of the advances that we've made in technology, it doesn't seem like we've really made a whole lot of advances in stopping wildfires, which is weird. It's just weird to me because I think that this is a problem that we should be able to solve, right? I know that in its wildfire season, I'm not allowed to burn anything. Like there's no burns right now in Portland. It's against the law to, even do something in a fire pit. It's against the law. But I know what I need to do to keep my property safe, right? And so if we have these massive areas, what are we doing? With all the talk of global warming and climate change, obviously massive fires are not good for climate change, right? So what are we doing to fight it? Right? I know one thing that apparently we're doing is I can't get a plastic straw at Costco, right? They give me a paper straw that's wrapped in plastic, and they're giving that to me with a cup that's plastic. Somehow that's good for the climate or the environment or something. I don't know. But it doesn't look like we're really focusing on something that matters, like forest fires. It's really sad all around. But what's going to happen when we find out that hundreds of these people that passed, that were killed in Hawaii were kids. I don't know. So let's get to some more bad news, shall we? So we got some good news. That's supposed to say Luna 25. Again. Oh, man. What is up with this? There we go. Luna 25 crash. Good news and bad news about Russia's Luna 25 voyage. The bad news, it crashed. The good news? They got to name a new crater. I don't know. Russia's recent lunar mission, the Luna 25 spacecraft, has ended in failure as it crashed into the moon's surface. Communication with the spacecraft was lost, and despite efforts to regain contact, no results were achieved. The incident dealt a blow to Russia's space ambitions. The spacecraft had been intended to complete Russia's first lunar landing mission in nearly 50 years. The cause of the crash remains unclear. The mission aimed to study the moon's soil and exosphere while exploring the least explored region, the South Pole, believed to contain water ice. Is that like that dessert in Philly, right? Give me a water ice. The failure was seen as a setback for Russia's space program, which has faced challenges over the year. It's not like they don't have anything else going on right now. But this is not actually a picture of the crash. That's AI. That's AI. Ask AI to make a lunar crash picture, and that's what you get. Anyway, this is a drag. I know that Russia's our enemy, right? But I want all countries that are out there doing science to achieve success, because, you know, maybe they could learn something that is going to benefit mankind, benefit the world, benefit all of us. So it's a drag that crashed. I'm not cheering that on. That's very sad. Now, I know that India is also trying to land on the South Pole of the moon, and that will be taking place later this week, I believe. So we'll just have to see what happens there. I'm usually pretty excited about all this space exploration stuff. I like seeing what they do, and so this is just a drag that didn't work. But you know what? Not everything works. Yeah. Anyway, on to the next. Really? 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 Well, looks like I need some help here. This is X. That's supposed to say X verified. So social media's new plan is to stop impersonations by making us upload our IDs and selfies. It's like the virtual version of show me your papers. So here's the story. X is working on a new ID verification. X Twitter, right? Features after dealing with impersonation issues that disrupted its paid verification plans. The company is developing a method where users upload a government ID and selfie. They're partnering with AU10 Ticks for this. Foreign country that they don't have any control of. And the shared data will be retained by X for security purposes. The aim is to combat impersonation, but it's uncertain if it will fully solve the problem. Currently, X offers verification to premium subscribers, but scammers have exploited this. The new checks could help identify scammers better. So here's the thing, right? No real media outlet is covering this story yet. It's all mainly just speculation. I think I got this from like Engadget or something that I pulled this article from. And here's why it's silly, because this is a totally voluntary thing. It's nothing anyone needs to be worried about. And they're using this on people that they're paying, right? This is only for people that are getting paid by Twitter or X. And so, guess what? When you're getting paid, you need to be verified with some government ID. That's totally normal. This is like a made-up controversy. See, if I get paid from YouTube or from Rumble, right? They know who I am because they're depositing it into my bank account. And so they have to know who I am to pay me. In the same way now, Twitter or X is paying some people that are verified users, right? They're paying these people that mainly that are getting millions of impressions, these big accounts. Well, they have to know who they are to pay them, right? They're not just going to send them coupons for Amazon gift cards or something, right? So obviously they need to know who this is. So anybody that's making a big deal about X wants your government ID, they're being a bit disingenuous, or they're just dumb. Maybe they're just dumb. You know what? There are dumb people out there. But that's all this is. They're not requiring everyone to show an ID to have a Twitter account. Okay? So again, that's me, Tom Coffey, explaining why the crap you see on social media is nonsense. Yeah. Okay. But speaking of social media, now it's time to get paid. So let's go to the good news. You know, folks, Facebook's got this class action settlement worth $725 million for the whole Cambridge Analytica mess. It's like they're saying, hey, we're sorry we let your personal data dance around without asking, but don't worry, we've got some spare change in the couch cushions to make it up for you. So Facebook users have less than a week to opt into a $725 million class action settlement connected to the Cambridge Analytica data scandal. Meta Platforms, Facebook's parent company, agreed to the settlement in 2022 to address allegations that the company allowed entities like Cambridge Analytica to access user data without consent. The deadline for U.S. Facebook users who were active between 2007 and 2022 to claim a portion of the settlement is August 25th. That's right, later this week. The payout amount for individuals depends on the number of claimants, with options for receiving funds including prepaid cards, direct deposit, and payment apps. And get it sent directly to your PayPal, your Cash App, yeah. The settlement encompasses around 250 million users and comes from Facebook's 2019 settlement with the Federal Trade Commission, involving a $5 billion penalty and data handling restrictions. So I am letting you know about this. I will leave a link in the description of this video where you can sign up to get paid, get your Zuck buck. If you had a Facebook account and you want to be part of this settlement. I did it. I signed up for it last night. So, you know, maybe I'll get a gift card for $10 or something like that. Most of the time, when you participate in these, you don't really get a whole lot, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's up to $100. You could get something. Of course, you're giving away you're verifying it, right? You're saying, this is me. This is where I live. This is my account. Ta-da. But they know this already. So, yeah. I guess who cares? But I don't want you to miss out, because the loyal few people that watch this show, I want to make sure that you get paid too. And so when you do, just remember the person that told you about it. Anyway, I guess that's good news, right? Get paid, get a gift card, buy something from Amazon, treat yourself. I don't know. We needed some good news, because frankly, there's a lot of real garbage news this week. Yeah. A lot of tough news. Anyway, stick around for the after show. I'll go through all your comments. And, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with another show. Hopefully I'll be in a little better mood. And have some cheerier stories instead of all this death and destruction we had today. But anyway, that's all I got. Till then, peace. Apothecary John over on Rumble with the American flag emoji. That's right. I got an American flag emoji that you can use over on the Rumble, making it cool. Cool kids, always leave a like on the stream. Thank you. Look at all the cool kids today. Can I even see how many? What are we at? See how many likes we got right now. You're kidding. Looks like my like rate's only about 50%, so we can do better than that. But thank you for those people that did hit the like button. Crazy how large and readable my comments are over here on Rumble. Wow. That's right, Apothecary John. Your comments are nice and big on the screen on Rumble. I'm trying to gently push people toward that platform. It's not working that great. But, we'll keep trying. Rev68 coming in with the American flag. Oh, I feel good about that. I like that. And, again, if you're on Rumble and you have a particular emoji that you would like me to make that would work with the show, let me know. And I can make that happen. So that's always fun. Over on YouTube, Natasha coming in with the... hilarious emojis of a volcano, a massive tornado, and a massive wave. So, yeah, there's a lot of that happening right now. Yeah, I didn't even talk about Hurricane Hillary. I think the thing that kind of bugs me about Hurricane Hillary is they only have one L in Hillary. And, I don't know. I'm not big on the alternative spellings of names. Maybe that's just me. Do you know how many times I've told people my name is Tom, and they ask me how do I spell that? Now, I realize that it's probably just people being nice, or they don't know what to say, or they don't, they can't, they're just trying to come up with something to say. But who spells their name Thom? Right? Like nobody. I mean, if you're English maybe or something, but I've never met anybody that was named Tom that spelled it Thom, and if I did, I'd have to punch him in the nose, right? For making all Toms look bad. So yeah, Hurricane Hillary should have two L's. I don't know. I don't know. BRICS are like the Sneetches who have stars crowding out the ones who don't. It's a Dr. Seuss reference. I haven't read about the Sneetches in probably 40-something years, so, Brazil, another brick in the wall. Pink Floyd reference. You can't have your pudding if you don't eat your meat. Exactly. Exactly. Have you tried putting the Chiron in rice? Yes, that's what I need to do, is put the Chiron in rice and dry it out. I still say use ocean water to put out fires. We can water crops miles from the source, but can't shoot some ocean water on a coastal fire? The water was breaking on the burning steps. Yeah, it really is something. I guess there's not enough money in fires. I guess that's what it is we don't have enough money in it. There's not enough money to be made in forest fires. Because if we could make millions and tens of millions of dollars in fighting forest fires, right, then we would be doing that. So, yeah. Natasha says, rumor there was some military laser weapon training going on there on Maui. Other rumor is that significant military losses happened due to the fire, and that and had the fire not happened, many more. Yeah, I don't. There's always a lot of different theories on stuff. I'm not seeing any evidence of any directed energy beam or whatever it's being called. Directed energy weapon, right? Something like that. Sometimes dumb shit happens, right? And from what I've seen, I mean, we'll have to see what happens, but it looks like the electric company had poor maintenance around their wires, and they were not doing the cleanup that was needed to keep the wires free from trees and whatnot. So that's one of the issues. Here in the U.S., we have so many wires that are above ground. And one of the interesting things when I lived in Europe is so many cities had underground electrical. The electrical was underground. It was buried. And it was not on these, cheap poles. Now, one of the differences is in the U.S., right, we're so spread apart, so it's a lot more expensive to put things underground. But that was one thing that I did notice when living, over in Austria and Germany and whatnot, of how much of their countries had the electricity underground. It's as if doing that, there might be other negatives to it, but they're not starting any wildfires from that, as far as I can tell. Says, I know what keeps my property safe. Me. Exactly. But I'm bumped for the crater joke. Yeah. It's hard writing some of these jokes today, I couldn't write any jokes about Maui. And I don't know. Anyway, I think space is fake. Yeah, I'm one of those. Lucid moments. You really think space is fake, huh? Interesting. Well, the question is, if you think that space is fake, what would it take to change your mind? That's something to consider. Because some people will never change their mind on things, right? But what would it take? I was thinking, I've seen something for a long time where you just get a weather balloon and you put a camera on it with a tracker, and you can send it up and it takes video going up, and then the balloon, so it gets up high enough that supposedly you can see the curvature of the Earth. the weather balloon pops, it comes down to Earth, and if you have a tracker on it, then you have to go track it down and find it. And then you have, cool video. And you made it yourself, and you can trust that what is on that video is what happened, right? So if you were to see that, and if it were to get high enough and you could see the curvature of the Earth, would you then believe that the Earth was round? And I know you weren't saying that it was that you were a flat earther. I'm just using that as an example. Natasha says, I hope space is real. I hate to think my dad wasted time designing spacesuits that never went there when they were supposed to go. So the real space program is in Antarctica. There's a lot of interesting stuff happening in Antarctica, and that's something to check out later. Something to keep in mind. See, I signed that Facebook lawsuit months ago, 0 so far. Well, yeah, that's because if you signed up for the Facebook lawsuit, they're ending the sign up for it this week. And so once that is done, then they will know how many people have signed up for it, and then they're going to distribute the money evenly to all the people that are in it. So hopefully I will be giving you an update. When I get paid, I will let you know what I got. And who knows, it might be enough that you wish that you would have signed up for it. And the thing is, right, you think about playing Powerball and all these things, you got no chance of that. But this Facebook thing, there's a 100% chance that you're going to get something. Apothecary John says, Tom helping us get dat cheddar. Yeah, I want everyone to get paid. So, yeah, Rumble doesn't work consistently. Well, I don't know about that. I do have Rumble on my desktop. Seems to be working fine. I will have to keep checking that out. New spelling for Tom. T-A-H-M. Tom. I don't hate it. I'm not saying a laser started the fire, just that a laser was lost due to the fire. Well, that could be. And Lucid says he's ready for some of that Facebook cash. Anyway, thanks everyone for hanging out with me today, going through a bunch of bummer news that we had today. But hopefully things will turn around. We'll turn it around. And I'll be back tomorrow with another show. So hopefully you can join me then. Thanks for hitting that like button. And I will see you all mañana. Peace.